Tubers, family and friends, hey, this is Thursday night and it's one of the nights of the week that we have popcorn. So I'm going to show you how I make popcorn. And this popcorn that we're using is like 15 years old, that I put in a plastic 5-gallon pail. And this is part of my preparedness plan. These are special tops that have a seal on the top of it with a Mylar bag inside. And this thing I had full of popcorn. We've been using this for the last couple years and it's starting to get old, so I decided to use it. And I just bought on Lazada a bunch of popcorn in here, about 8 kilos that just arrived today. So that's some fresh popcorn. I'll be replacing this popcorn after it gets old. And see, I just take a couple of these, put it in my pot, a couple heaping in there, just enough to fill the bottom and a little bit extra. Usually I'll take like a little bit extra, so 2 and a little bit. And then I'll seal this back up. And this is great for, you know, pasta or rice or anything that you want to have a long-term survival. And also you can get those moisture packs and put in there in the Mylar bag and seal the Mylar bag too a little bit better. But here's what it looks like in the bottom. It's just maybe a little more than what fills the bottom of the pan. Hon, I'm going to make popcorn, okay? Okay, so everyone's gone, just me and the kids and the wife here tonight because it's Easter weekend for them, and I always, on the Sabbath, which is every Saturday, I let them go home and they go back to their place, which is, I don't know, 5 kilometers from here. And that's where they built their little house where Lazelle's parents live, so by her parents. And Ruel, his father, lives in our house, so that's kind of how that works. So anyways, once I get it in the pan there, then I use a little bit of palm oil in the bottom here. Maybe about a half a cup, I suppose, I put in the bottom. Shake it around a little bit, make sure that the oil gets on all the popcorn really good. And then I turn on, this is the way the gas propane is in the Philippines. It's just a 20-pound propane tank in the cabinet next to where your stove is, and I just turn that on when I want to use it. And then there we got our flame, and I'll adjust that down a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Put the cover on it, and then we'll get out some butter. Usually I use a little more than a half a stick of butter. And usually we got 2 kinds of butter here. We have this Magnolia brand salted butter, which is a Philippine product, and then this Anchor, which is New Zealand. This is what I mostly get and use, is this salted pure butter. I don't use margarine. Margarine is basically putting plastic in your body. So we got some fresh avocados yesterday at the market, so they're delicious. I mean, we got a whole bunch of trees growing, but we don't have our own fruits yet. So I'll just open up the butter here, and then I'll take a little more than half of this, cut it down, and then I'll cut it lengthways. And then I'll put some of that in 2 of these glass containers, little cups, little glass cups. Then I'll throw these in the microwave. So we'll bring that outside here. Anybody can open this door for me, hon? I got my hands full, thank you. Could you close that door as we get the air con on? So I'll just pop these in the microwave for 1 minute. Plug that in. There we go. Pop that in for 1 minute. There we go, and that'll melt that butter real good. Hi, Rex. Hi. Leo, what are you doing? What are you doing, Leo?
The face is so big. Oh my gosh.
So we got the popcorn popping yet? Nope, not yet, but it's starting to get hot. We'll just let that, it probably only takes maybe 3 minutes before it starts popping. So see, the glass top here will start to fog, and then after it starts to clear again, after it fogs, then it starts popping. But this is part of my preparation too. I had a bunch of this canned tuna, but tuna's getting real old, and I would continue to eat it, and I still have, when the date on it is 2011. So that's like, what, 14 years old? And it's still good, but since it's packed in water, see, it's packed in water instead of oil. If it was packed in oil, I would continue to eat it. And it's still, like I say, I can eat this, and I've ate it before, but the taste isn't really that. It's a little bit more like bland taste. So I'm gonna give this to my cats, but it's still edible. So if you ever get in a serious situation where you can, it's like an EMP hit your area, it don't matter how old the can is, if it's still edible, but it's just the nutrition has just gone down on it is all when it's that late out of date. So the best, if you're going to do for long-term prepping, is with oil, right? That's your best bet. So yeah, here's some more of those avocados that we got. This is 2 different varieties. There's this here that's in like an hourglass type, and then these round ones. These round ones are the best. This is most of the trees I planted is this, and I don't know the name of the variety, but so we're just waiting now see, it's all getting moist on top, and it should start popping here. Once this moisture starts to clear, maybe another minute, then we'll start getting some popping action going. So another thing I do long-term storage is mostly meats and rice. Like right now we probably have 7 or 8 half sacks of rice that we're having a long-term storage, because a lot of stuff going on right now. This being the 28th of March 2024, it's the 87th day of the year, and there's all kinds of 87 bad Masonic numbers going on with that. So and it's 1 day away from the red heifer being sacrificed, first one in 2,000 years in Israel. So there's another huge ominous sign. And also another one is the Pope is 87 years old. He's about ready to kick the bucket. There's an Easter address that the popes always do, the Easter address, and he's too sick to even do that right now. So his days are very numbered here. So we're getting close on this popcorn. Trying to keep an eye on it. I put a little bit too much oil. You can hear it starting to boil. There, we're starting to get some popping action there. There we go. And I'll just shake it a little bit like this to make sure, like, because when it pops, it blows the popcorn around on the bottom, and you just got to keep it even into the heat on the bottom. So you just shake the pot back and forth. And we should get some real good popping action going here soon. Okay, here we go. See how one pops, it blows like a hole in the bottom, piles it up. So you just got to keep shaking like that to keep your heat even, and keep the popcorn always at the bottom, so it starts to, all of it starts to pop at once here. Okay, we're getting some good popping going now. But this popcorn is, like I say, it's 15, at least 15 to, it's probably right around 15 years old, and it's still popping just fine. And this is your poor man's way. There's a lot of different air poppers or microwave popping corn. I mean, there's so many different kinds, but this is your low budget, and it's the best, I think, because you use your own oil, you use your own. But this glass top is key, because then you can see what it's doing, and you can keep shaking it and keeping an eye on it. I never have any problems with it burning with a little bit of oil, and I always put a little tiny bit extra. I put a little bit too much this time, but that will prevent it from burning, as long as you're putting enough oil in it. It's really starting to pop good now. Once it gets about half full, then I can stop shaking it, because then there's enough popcorn in there that the kernels aren't popping up too high. Put enough in there where it should start raising the top up off the pot, maybe 2 inches, and then when that happens, then I'll start pulling it, turn off the fire, and pulling it away from the heat. See how it's coming right off the pot there? Okay, getting close. It's about 2 inches right there. I'll turn off the heat, and then I'll slowly pull it off that burner over to a cold burner. And now it'll continue to pop. It's probably maybe 3 inches high, and that's probably about where it'll stop. There'll be a couple more poppings here and there for maybe, I don't know, the next couple minutes. And then we'll pour it into bowls. So we can put the rest of this butter away. I have lots of butter because we have so much popcorn, and we cook everything in butter. We don't use anything else, but when we're cooking, maybe some olive oil or palm oil is the only other oils we'll use, but mostly butter. Yeah, that looks good. It smells so good too. So we'll just put it in a couple big bowls. I got these 2 big, huge white bowls here. We'll put that here. Here's the other one. And then we'll make sure we give John some, my autistic son. We'll give him some. He loves popcorn too. So then I'll just, from here, I just put this Himalayan salt, the Kirkland Himalayan salt. I'll just put that in here in the bowls, and then I'll get my, I'll dump this popcorn in the bowls, and I'll get my butter that's out in the microwave and slather that butter all around there. and it's absolutely delicious. Better, way better than the butter popcorn you get at movie theaters, because it's real butter that I use with all real ingredients, right? Not that fat lard preservatives that's in that fake butter at the movie theaters. Ick. So anyways, that's about it for today. I just wanted to show you what we do. Probably 2 to 3 times a week we'll have popcorn. We really love it around here. It's against the carnivore diet, but it's not that bad of a deal. I'm not so strict carnivore. I'm kind of like 80% carnivore. So meat and eggs and fish, and then the other 20% is a little bit of fruits, a little bit of vegetables, and snacks like popcorn, you know. I don't do too many other snacks. Maybe if I have snacks, it'll be like beef jerky or cheese. I have some real nice cheese. I had some of that today too. So, all right, that's it for now, guys. So take care. And I want to show you this photo I got for a housewarming gift from my brother when we first built this house.
We've put it on a frame. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of a glare from the light. Oh, there you go. That's a pretty good likeness of Lilibeth, my wife and I. So it was really well done. It's a hand drawing, you know. So it's really nice.
Okay, you ready to have popcorn? Rex, you gonna have popcorn? Leo, you want popcorn? You want to have a popcorn? Okay. You gonna have popcorn? Huh? I'm gonna get you popcorn. Yay! Okay, guys, take care. Love you. God bless. Bye bye.